Peace and love, everybody. I'm Royce Thomason here for really not our full Sunday Hope and Healing session, as I'm in the midst of teaching a class this weekend. But I do still want to at least check in for a moment, and so want to touch base regarding mental and emotional health, neurological upgrading, and brain optimization. That's actually what the class that I'm teaching right now is dealing with, Transcending the Matrix Level 2, which focuses on mental and emotional healing, neurological upgrading, and brain optimization. At the end of the day, the goal is that we're all living as evolved beings, being the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. We can't do that if we are bogged down by a bunch of mental chaos or emotional distress and dysfunction. And also at the same time, we're typically only using 5 to 10% of our brain capacity. We're dealing with actually being able to use more of that with which God actually graced us in the process of creating us. And so I'm just going to real quickly hello to everybody who's here. By the way, I see that there are a couple people who are here and viewing. I don't know who it is, so if you drop a hello or something in the chat, we certainly appreciate that. But I'm going to take just a moment to kind of deal with a little bit of healing for anybody who wants to tap into this. And so, what we're going to kind of focus on is kind of clearing up the stuff that's standing in the way of where we are right now and where it is that we would like to be mentally and emotionally. And so, um, I'm I'm just going to say this prayer real quickly, silently, because I can go deeper and quicker that way. Okay, all right, and let's get some a little bit of work in real quickly. So I want to actually deal with all of us in terms of helping to boost our central nervous system. A lot of times when we're stressed out and when people have like mental breakdowns and things of that nature, it's because there's more energy that's traveling across their nervous system than what their nervous system can actually handle. Kind of like when a fuse blows or when the circuit breaker trips in your home, when there's more electricity that is going across it than what it can really handle. And it's doing that so that you don't end up with a house fire. Um, so let's upgrade our nervous system so that we can handle more, uh, regardless of what's going on in our lives or what's going on around us, that we can be able to handle that. And so let's increase the gauging of our nervous system um, a thousandfold. All right, so we can actually handle more. There's a person There were two people that I dealt with that were having a challenge, significant challenge. One person started putting her affairs in order because she thought she was about to leave the planet. Another person was really going through it. With both of them, we just upgraded their nervous system and then they were fine. They didn't have the issue anymore. So I'm not going to do anything really profoundly in depth because I don't have that long uh, to do in the midst of the class that I've got going on. So let's real quickly. I want to look at specifically ancestral issues that have been passed down from one generation to the next, and ancestral issues that you may be passing down from one generation to the next, so that sort of thing is cleared out. And also, let's increase the capacity, upgrade the processor in your brain so that you're able to process things more quickly, more effectively, more efficiently. And we've already done some things to help increase your nervous system so that so it can actually handle that increased processing more efficiently and more effectively. Okay. And to also for the things that are going on in your life, for those things because you're able to process more quickly. Those things are able to slow down for you, so it's not overwhelming. All right. I'm going to boost that a little bit. Okay. And also feeling led um, to increase the efficiency of um, your nervous system to respond to changing environments, to increase your overall adaptability, different environments and situations in which you might find yourself. Okay. All right. Okay. And one thing I also want to do is um, increase your level of emotional stability, elevate your emotional intelligence. Okay. A lot of the challenges that we face in life aren't because of our IQ, but they're because of our EQ, our emotional intelligence quotient not being at an optimal level. So let's boost our emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is something that you can actually improve. So let's boost our emotional intelligence so that we can respond in appropriate ways to life circumstances and situations, the people in our lives, um, how we interact with them, that we're able to do so from an emotionally intelligent place so that we're not so easily and readily getting triggered all the time and can't respond in a way that's actually going to end up being fruitful for us in the long run. Okay. Or we can even redirect certain things when people are coming at us, maybe with some negativity, to where we've got the emotional maturity to be able to kind of sideswipe the negativity that they may be able to, maybe trying to direct towards us, and swipe that and um, return the energy in a much more constructive way to even help improve their uh, mental and emotional state and their mental and emotional health. Okay. All right. And just going to do a couple other things before we close out today. And that is to increase the relationship between the head and the heart. All right. And so that this is a healthy relationship that we're able to process uh, even the things that we're thinking about in an intellectual way, that we're able to process them from a love-centered space. Okay. And that even in our demonstrating loving ways, we're able to do that from a thoughtful, mindful, intelligent frame of mind. Okay. I want to increase the communication between the right brain and the left brain, be able to stimulate the right brain to operate at optimal levels of creativity. In fact, let's just unlock the brain in general to be able to see things from different perspectives, from a more elevated perspective, a more universal perspective, to be able to relate to life in a variety of different ways so that we're not so readily taking everything personal, so personal all the time. Okay. We're able to see things from a higher vantage point. There's this thing in quantum physics called the chaos theory, which says that everything up close looks really chaotic, but as you get a more panoramic view, when you step back from it, you see that there's actually order in the midst of all of it. And so for us to be able to, let's infuse us with that um, ability to take a step back and see things in terms of the bigger picture, while still being able to appreciate whatever the details might be. Okay. All right. And so I'm going to pretty much stop right there as far as this goes. I'll need to be uh, getting back to what we've got going on. But a big hello and a lot of love to everybody who is here today, who's stopped by this brief live. Didn't do a lot of explaining a whole lot today or a lot of talking today. Again, this was only intended to be a brief little check-in while I'm in the process of teaching the Transcending the Matrix Level 2 mental and emotional healing, neurological upgrading, and brain optimization class. Hey, Danny, good to see you in the space today. Hope that you're doing well. And much peace and love to everybody who's out there. Hope that you enjoy the balance of your day. Hopefully, be back on tomorrow. I'll actually be traveling on my way back to Florida from Tuskegee, Alabama, this time next Sunday, where I'll be there with my brother for homecoming. So I have to figure out how we'll do that. I may try to do a brief little check-in. Hey, Nicole Miller, good to see you today as well, my sister. But I would minimally aim to do at least a brief check-in from my phone while I'm traveling, because I do expect that I'll be driving at this time next Sunday. But anyway, again, peace and love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Be well and be blessed.